Hey everybody, Janine Chrissy here from Sebastian, Florida. I came out to my car to make this video because I don't even like where I'm at. It's terrible. But my house is 325 King, and I'm anticipating them getting booted out when everything's taken care of with this Joel Wolf, who's a complete pig. Back to pig again. Wolfie, if you see this, you know what I gotta say to you? First of all, the police already have everything figured out. I'm going to get everything that you stole off me and Ron Leg, and it's all going to come back to me. And as much as your ego is going to sink and you're going to look like such a loser and lose your law license, go to prison and be labeled a pedophile, you know, you can stop trying with your warlock shit and your satanistic stuff. I know when your people are around me because they got a certain smell and they got a certain aura. And I can actually detect all these evil pieces of shit that you and Richard Bishop organized to plague around this town. Everybody knows who yous are. Anyway, I posted a couple pics because Dave Davison, which if you don't know his name now, you will know his name eventually, sent me some more pictures from Greece. Yesterday, he opened up and, you know, I could have went back and forth with him, but I kind of got caught off guard. So anyway, the pictures were from Greece. The police that are on my phone, they figure out the meanings and the clues, but all those liquor bottles that said Tom Ford, and then the cologne that said Tom Ford when David only wears Armani. It doesn't stand for found on road dead, Wolfie. And everything that you're lying about, you know, I'm just going to trash to everybody. You stole Pete Natusco's money. You embezzled his money. You made a fake will. It's not the first one you made. You did it for the DeNaples to steal a lot off of me. And the law knows, and I'm going to know real soon about all of it too. Because the bus is going to go down and everybody is going to know about it. Might even have a family member or two involved in this. I don't know. The feds don't say too much. Anyway, I also posted some pictures of the Rolexes. Now, it took me a minute, but it came to me, and I'm right. The Rolex that's timed 357 stands for the Rolex that was taken off Pete Natusco at 353 Daleville Highway that they turned into a slaughterhouse. Yeah, with their rituals, a slaughterhouse. So that one Rolex for 357, it stands for my father's gun that Ron Leg took. So that must mean that that gun must have killed somebody up there or killed somebody. That's something only law enforcement would know. Then the other one was 222. It was either pertaining to, it wasn't no angel numbers or anything like that. It was pertaining to Dana Smithers, who either Wolf, probably Wolf, or he wouldn't have threw it out there like that. I don't know, murdered. One of them murdered her. I don't know what the outcome is going to be of that, but that's what the other Rolex for 222 stood for. And the other one was for 1047. 10 being David's number and 47 David's number. I'm not really sure. I could get into it a little deeper with that, but I'm not. I'm just getting my point across about this Wolf. Joel, David may operate with you, you know, to steal all my money. You know, the police know everything that transpired. And he operated with you on that level. But David also knows that it's game over, that it's really not checkmate. And he knows that all of you guys are going to get busted. And who's he going to want to see get everything? If it ain't him and you guys are going to jail, he's going to keep putting out clues about what you did and for me. And I said he's going to tell in the end. All right, enough of you, Wolfie. Let's talk about Chris Proudfoot, that piece of shit. I got on here and I complained about the bite marks, and I had every right to, because, like, you know, David told me when the act was done, when this happened with Sebastian, and all law enforcement that's following knows what's going on, that I have the right to talk about this. First of all, that whole shit show with Betty, that Chris Proudfoot in the courtroom looking like with that mullet looking like a jokester, with his fat wife. I don't know if she's pregnant by him or what, because she's looking all blown up in the courtroom. And I'm thinking to myself, please, God, don't tell me this thing is going to is pregnant. Or maybe she's just in the house afraid to face the public and eating like a pig. Because that's what she looked like. And so didn't he look like a pig with his mullet. And, you know, we have the right to say what we think and what we feel. And I'm definitely saying he looks like a pig. Now, yesterday when I'm talking to David, I said, give me something on Chris Proudfoot. Because I said, I'm not going to let up on this. You're not going to get away with murder, Chris. You are not going to get away with murder. You and your pig juice-drinking wife is not going to get away with murder. Because you know what? He would have gave me something. He said, show me a little tits and ass. And that's how David operates. Of course, I didn't bite. You know, I got all law enforcement on my phone and so forth. But I'm almost at the point where I hate you so much, Chris Proudfoot. You're such a pig, and your wife's now a fat pig, that I almost took the bait, just because I know he would have gave me something in return to help bury you. But anyway, it's not game over with you. And again, David, you need to make a better move. Give me something a little bit more, and then just maybe you might get that tits and ass photo in the end when you need it, when you're in prison. Come on, you got to help me bury this piece of shit. I know you think that he's a piece of shit by now. I mean, you talked about Victoria, who you used as part of the scam, who, by the way, is also getting arrested federally. So if this gets back to you, Victoria, plan on a sweet demise in either Danbury or wherever. You're getting arrested federally anyway for your part in this. I don't know much more than that, but I do know that because your part was big with Ron Legg and with David. Anyway, David trashed Victoria like she should be. The blowjob that killed everybody, all law enforcement that knows about it, like the worst thing in the world, like made the world cry. That's what you did, Victoria, to a dementia man on the instructions of David and Ron Legg. Anyway, that's all coming out in the open. We're not talking about that. Everybody's going to get arrested. My point being is, David, if you could trash her and put her on Front Street like that, I know you're thinking about that Katie pig the same way. The same way. I'm waiting for you to do something embarrassing. Like, who's that Chris Proudfoot think he is? He looked like an asshole with that mullet. They both looked. And to be in a courtroom going against Betty, who's looking for a missing kid so passionately, that is so asinine, and that is so stupid. What I'm witnessing, and that Tennessee is allowing that, like that they are actually ready to persecute Betty. It's almost disgusting. The judge shouldn't have took the case, just like he should not have. If he just lost a son or whatever, he shouldn't have took that case. His mind ain't even there, and he didn't even know the whole story of what's going on. And detectives should have filled him in. Betty shouldn't have been persecuted. That's my take. Everybody's looking for a kid. You got these two Hamadans that know where that murdered he murdered his stepson with the real mother of the kid. You got those two Hamadans sitting there, all proud and egotistical, and it's just it was a disgrace. That was another disgrace by Tennessee. As if you didn't disgrace yourselves enough with the bite marks, not hauling them off to a hospital. That's because probably all payoffs. You know, you got. This was over a will. That's why it took place at St. Jude, and that's why the name's Sebastian. Involved Charles de Naples. He organized it. David scripted them. And, you know, like Charles would get away with it. He does that little thing, only the circle around me gets arrested. Well, you know what, David? Everybody's in animosity right now. Never know what might pop out, Chris. Anyway, and I have the right to say all this because I do know what's going on. And you know what, David? Do something. These people are animals. Like, you know, the police lost it once they missed their chance with the bite marks, and when Katie was vulnerable, and they should have really grilled her. Like, come on. Maybe they didn't have all the facts then. Who knows? But now they do. Chris Proudfoot's a pig. His wife blew up and looks like one now, too. She not only is one, she looks like one. And I can't stand you, Chris. And you know what? I'm out to find out where Sebastian Rogers is. You have no idea how passionate I am about it. And I just might get what I want. Believe that. With all that being said, Wolfie, you know what I mean? And the same to you, Proudfoots. There's nothing you can do. Don't send me any letters. It's a waste of time. I already have too many facts about this case. You're an asshole that murdered your son. I'm not saying alleged. I'm saying for real. What are you going to do about it? Anyway, with all that, and like I said, David said to me last night through text, show me your tits and ass and maybe I'll give them to you. And I have it in text. So if I were you, Chris, I'd be careful. With all that being said, everybody have a great day in Sebastian, except all these stupid little witches and warlocks running around trying to project spells. Don't work on me. Do you get that? You're going to end up ill. You're going to end up dying while you're trying, and that's the way that's going to go. And they will be out of my house because the law will prove it. Joel, you're a pig. I'm getting everything back. David, we'll tell on you in the end. I know you're all on odds. And I wanted to just get on here and explain what the Rolexes were. Like that other murderer, Ron Legg. President Ron, what an embarrassment. Louis, do you hear this shit? President Ron, who tried to play my father's son, who murdered his own son and pushed my father, and God knows everything else, everything you see that transpired over this. He's a pig. Anyway, the Rolex 357 stands for the gun that... There was another Rolex. I think it stood for a 12 gauge. I'm still trying to figure it out because there was a 12 gauge shotgun also up there that I believe was used in something terrible up there. Like I said, they thought that the detectives got that house, not the nice family you think, Ron Lake. Anyway, everybody else have a great day. Can't wait till everybody gets busted. I'm totally looking forward to it, even if it's family members. With all that being said, bye now.